Welcome to the Talent Pool. Hi, Rae. I'm so excited to have you join us today. So, y'all, today we have an incredibly special guest. And if we start speaking in German, just ignore us. We're just like plappering on. But Rae is joining us from Georgia, I think. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Just got back to this.
That's amazing. And I actually don't know, like, Rae, how did we get connected? Who kind of threw you my way for the show?
That is an excellent question. I think
it's a mystery.
Somehow on LinkedIn. I think we have like similar people that we follow, similar interests, passion, network connections. I think it just came about a little bit organic.
That's the way it works. That's so exciting. So y'all, I'm so excited to have Rae. They are definitely also like a club fuck it bucket type of person. So one of the things, like what I love about you is that you just do things, right? When things happen, then you just kind of do them. And so including when you worked for a mortgage company. And so tell us a story, because I want to make sure that I get it right. So you worked for a mortgage company until October of 2022. And then when you left there, you just decided to fuck off to Europe for a few months and go explore.
Yeah, I've never been to Europe and so in the mortgage industry, you may have been a lot of slowdowns in the market, a lot of companies sort of trying to make their businesses in order, trying to stay afloat, things like that. And I'd had a long conversation. We decided, as opposed to losing any really important members of my team, I had done a lot of the strategy work for the last 2.5 years. Up until that point, they had some good process. I would switch over to contract work and make sure that my team stayed stable, and then opportunity to do something I've never done before. Typically, I'm attached to a job, and I work a lot of hours to go with that job. And so I thought this would be the right time. I said, just fuck off and go experience life. So I did. I bought a ticket to Lord for just about 4 months or so.
Wow, that's so cool. So, like you're back now. You're starting to like think about what you're going to do next. But tell us, like, where was your favorite place to visit? What was your favorite adventure? And I really want to hear, like, what was your biggest kind of like fuck up moment there that you were like, what am I doing? Why am I here? This was stupid.
Oh, I think I can honestly say I didn't have a moment like that. I got over there and asked so much. But I did have a moment where I was like, I might have fucked up. It was in between flights. I was in Amsterdam and I was going to Luxembourg. And I did the thing you're not supposed to do, which I grabbed wet glasses. And so I ended up slicing open my hand. 45 minutes before my flight was supposed to take off.
Oh
And I was
my
like, ooh.
gosh.
It was right in between all of the like train strikes around Europe. If you miss this flight, I don't know, like you might just be in Amsterdam for New Year's. So it was a very entertaining moment. And I get on the airplane, and the flight attendants were amazing. They were like, do you need anything to have ibuprofen? Because I did not have time to get anything. I just got back through security. It was absolutely fantastic.
Oh my
But it was like I may have a not smart thing just now. It not the best location, but no, I would say of my travels, probably honestly Edinburgh, Scotland was probably my favorite. It's smaller. I had come from London, Luxembourg, which is a smaller country, Paris, and so I was in Edinburgh, and I was just very, very surprised at how welcoming everybody was with the snow and the ice that I was, being from Atlanta, Georgia. We don't give that. But everyone was so warm and welcoming. The food was phenomenal. The Highlands are fantastic. And if you like gin and whiskeys, so it was fantastic. I think I came back really I'm back over in the States. I am looking for new work and opportunities, which we'll talk about, but I primarily it's birthday season for my siblings and I. And so I was like, Hanukkah, I miss New Year's. I was like, I'll come back for our birthdays and kind of resell at a wedding to go to. So I was like, this will be a good time to sort of look for my next option, my family. So that's what brought me back.
That's amazing. Now, how many siblings do you have? And it sounds like y'all are really close.
We are. Yeah, I have 3 siblings, and you talk about opposite personalities. But I have 3 siblings. I have 3 now in-law siblings, and they're all fantastic. We do a lot of activities together. We're sort of like our friend. We sort of became our own little like COVID pod, which helped a lot.
That's awesome. I just typed this in the chat, but I'll let you know, I think your internet is going in and out. There's a little bit of a lag. I'm not sure if anybody's listening. Do you hear that as well, or is it just me? Because I just want to make sure that we get the story.
Mm-hmm. And literally today, our primary routers died. So I'm on a backup. And I was like, of course.
Of course, this is the day. I think
I know. Let me see if I can switch to my hotspot. Maybe that might help.
Okay, try that. And if it doesn't, we can always like come back and do this over the weekend or on Monday or something too. So
okay, yeah. Let me real quick. I'll be right back.
This is the beauty of going live, y'all, is that you also get to watch us troubleshoot. Well, y'all get to watch me troubleshoot all the time. So while you're doing that, Rae, I'm going to tell, I was telling somebody this story the other day. When I first moved to Germany, I was 17 and a little shithead, by the way, but I got sick. And so I had this cold, and my guest mom's so sweet. And she asked me, like, when I went over there, I could say, like, my name and curling iron Lockenwickler, which is funny because my hair was about this long, and Gummibärchen, because who doesn't love gummy bears? And like the best ones are Haribo from Germany. And so I got sick, and my guest mom was like, well, what does your mom do for you whenever you don't feel good? Oh, here we go. Are you back?
Hi. Oh, now I want to know the rest of the story.
Okay, yeah. So I'll tell it. Okay. So my guest mom's like, what does your mom do for you whenever you get sick? And so I said very confidently, because I was like 2 weeks in, I was picking up German really, really fast and was proud of myself that I could do this. And I was like, oh, well, my mom makes Hundenudelsuppe. And she was like, Hunde Nudelsuppe? And I'm like, "Yeah, chicken noodle soup, like, this has to be universal, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, Hunde Nudelsuppe." And she's like, "Well, where does she buy the Hunde?" And I was like, "At the grocery store, obviously, like, where would you buy chicken?" This is getting weirder and weird, like, what I think I know about Germany is not what I know, right? And she was like, "So do you all eat Hunde often?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think it's probably, like, the 2nd most popular meat in America." And the look on her face and I lived in Dresden, which is really far east, like, for a long time didn't have a lot of exposure to America, right? So, like, this poor woman is, like, whatever. So we finally pull out we pull out the dictionary, and it turns out that the word for chicken is Hühner, and the word for dog is Hunda. So I was telling her that my mom makes me dog noodles. And she's like, "Yes,
Oh no.
you Americans eat a lot of Hunda?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's like the 2nd most popular meat in America."
She is now terrified of Americans.
Yeah, oh no, so bad. So I was really, really glad that we cleared that up. That is not the only time that I made some massive mistakes with my language, but, anyway, it
Oh,
sounds like you're back now, which is exciting.
see. Um, yeah, and he's coming tomorrow. We bought new routers maybe a year and a half ago. Like we knew it was
Okay.
going to happen. We've just been waiting. Decided that that day was today.
Today,
So
this is the day of
nailed
it.
it.
No, you're still, like, just a little I feel like you're a little sketchy.
Is
Ho
it?
We're gonna do this online. How would you feel about what if we circle back and do this again next week, and then I get you twice?
What?
I know, and then
Yeah.
you
I
have
mean,
a new
that sounds great. I do the folks that might be watching live, but yeah, if it's
Yep,
lagging,
you love it too. So
we do.
we'll do a new event. I'll come with you, like, I'll circle back with you because I wanna hear all of it, like, you have such an interesting story and, like, but I don't want us to miss it, and so, due to stupid routers. So, y'all, join me again next week when I will have Ray, and they will tell me all of the stuff about their life, their life again, and we get to hear about, birthdays and all of that stuff. So, with that, y'all, we are going to sign off for today. But if you don't already know Ray, please connect with them on LinkedIn and get ready, and we will put out a new event so that you know when you get to learn a little bit more about who Ray is behind their resume. All right, y'all. See you next week.